Ooh. Look at that. Welcome to Curiosity Public. I am Dutch.
I am Jules.
Dylan.
Welcome to yet another episode of our Ultimate Spirits Competition, our quest to review every sipping spirit on the face of the planet and subject it to our 100-point scoring system. And you know what? We don't only drink whiskey here. Some people think that. We don't only drink rum. Actually, we don't only drink Foursquare rum. We also drink tequila. And in this episode, we're going to be cracking into yet another tequila. This is Don Fulano Reposado.
Yep.
You guys know anything about this?
Yeah.
No idea.
It's hilarious.
Why is it
The
hilarious?
name is hilarious.
Why?
Because it's Fulano.
What does that mean?
It means like nothing. It's just like John Doe. It's just a random...
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a generic name for a man.
So
Like,
how's
he was
that
just saying,
funny?
John Doe. What?
It's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, it's Don Fulano. It's hilarious.
Well, anyway, not all of us habla español as Dylan does, but this is
Neither does Dylan.
Don Fulano Reposado, product of Mexico. Look at that. We got a lot number there. 100% agave, of course. Non-chill filtered, well water, 100% natural, proprietary yeast.
Reese.
80 proof. This comes from NOM 1146. You can hopefully see it there. Nice. Happens to be the same NOM that produces Tears of Llorona.
Yep.
But it is a different master distiller. This is Enrique Fuenteseca. What a beautiful bottle. I mean,
It's pretty cool. I like the glass top.
That's what I was going to say.
I like everything about it. So products from Enrique come in a lot of different shapes and sizes.
Oh.
This is probably more affordable than some of the other ones. He puts out some of the oldest, most expensive tequilas that are out there. Fuenteseca, is that right? Mm-hmm. That's one of them. He's got stuff that's aged very old, very expensive.
21 years.
Yeah, really old stuff. Even like 7-year stuff is pretty expensive, but he does it right. He's one of the traditionalists, if in that handful of traditionalist master distillers, and this is kind of the more readily available product that he's put out. This clocks in, I think it was like 50 something bucks, 55 bucks. We were able to get this.
$54.99.
$54.99. Beautiful color on it. Not super dark, which is fine for a Reposado.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna crack into this. I think Dylan's got a little more info for us.
Yeah, so the Fonseca family, oh my goodness, you spilled
Dude,
it
that's
all
not my fault. That was me opening the cork.
Okay, so the Fonseca family
Hit his eye,
supplied tequila for various brands, right?
Socorro.
No. Well, and then they decided to come out with their own. So Enrique Fonseca decided that he was gonna.
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
Weird.
whoa. That's kind of.
It's a pretty big divot.
Yeah. Got a funk there.
It looks weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Enrique decided,
ADHD kicking in,
Yeah,
but
he decided to produce his own tequila.
Yeah.
And named the line in a much very, very whimsical way. Don Fulano means like it's basically nothing. It's just someone.
It's like a John Doe.
Yeah, it's a John Doe. And so I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. I laughed. Did you guys laugh?
I did after you told me that story.
Yep. So
I didn't even after you
But this is, traditionally produced. I believe it's, no diffusers were used with this. This was no additives.
So no additives, pure
This
agave.
is a pure product. So let's get into this, guys. Also,
Oh, man.
if anybody at home wants a proper tequila glass, we do have a link in the description. These are actually designed specifically for drinking tequila. You don't have to use this, but it is a nice way to enjoy a tequila, and it really accentuates the nose, which can be a huge part of drinking tequila. So,
And, it forces you to actually appreciate it.
it does.
Versus like taking a shot. You know what I mean? Like
Completely agree. I used to get frustrated when I was first getting into sipping tequila to go to a bar and I'd see, oh, that's a nice tequila.
Right.
Can I get
It's
a
in
pour
a
of
shot
that? And they pour me a shot
glass.
glass. I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
Can I get this
I'm not
in-
going to nurse this.
yeah, it's like at least give me like a white wine glass or
Right.
something, so I can get the nose on this.
Oh, man. Get that agave.
if I heard that, I'd be like, what an.
Did we just get Dylan cursing on
No,
film?
you bleeped it, right? You bleeped it.
I'm gonna let that one go, I think.
Pixelate his mouth.
Even if it leads to nobody's gonna demonetize us for saying
No.
There it goes.
Actually, that's funny because we can bleep Dylan saying it, and then I'll say what he said. Oh my gosh, that nose is...
There's a fruit thing.
Yes, there's also a something else.
I like your technique, though. I'm gonna try.
gotta get the snaz in there,
No, you're
bro.
like this. You're like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, guys, we've had some time to taste. We've had some time to score. We're about to discuss our scores. But before we do that, Jules is going to give you the 5-second overview of our scoring system.
20. We do have a 100-point grading system across 10 categories that include aroma, flavor, body, complexity, balance, finish, uniqueness, drinkability, aesthetics, and value. We do weigh flavor at 20 points, though, and aesthetics and value at 5 each. And you can medal in our competition. If you score 60 and up, we go from bronze, silver, gold to diamond.
All right, guys, let's get our initial scores for Don Fulano Reposado. A perplexing dram, if I don't say so myself.
Perplexing.
Yes. I gave it a 76.
Whoa. I gave it an 81.
Wow.
I gave it a 72.
Whoa.
Okay.
Across the spectrum.
Yeah, we got a pretty wide range here.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this before we get into it a little bit?
Of course.
Okay. If I could sum this up into one thing, I said perplexing, but it's almost like this is what people try to achieve when they use additives.
Fool's gold.
Almost. I kept tasting things. I'm like, wait, does this have additives? Because there were these flavors coming through, and I'm like, wow, this is what like additive-rich tequilas, additive-laden tequilas have. But it's not that.
Well,
Really?
they fooled me because I was impressed.
Well, I have one word to describe this.
Let's hear it.
Simple.
Simple.
It's simple.
Really?
It's very agave.
Yeah,
very agave.
it's
It
agave.
tastes like agave
It's agave.
juice.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
Okay,
right?
okay.
And so that's why I thought simple.
I think we're
Interesting.
because
if I were to classify this into one word, it's like delicate.
delicate.
Yeah. That's what I wrote down.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I'm
you're
a little
perplexed.
I'm perplexed, but I'm leaning a little more towards Dylan's descriptor than yours. But let's kick this off with our discussion of aroma. I love the aroma. It was the best part of this for me. It was like bubblegum. I got candy corn, but like a natural candy corn. It's like if you could imagine what candy corn would smell like if it was actually like candied corn, like kettle corn almost more. There was something there. It was that essence of agave was there, but it was pure. It was crisp. I really liked it. I should give my score. 9.
Oh. I really enjoyed this nose as well. I give it an 8. And the big standout to me, so apart from the agave, I also wrote down delicate. I was actually getting like this peach thing that was happening, which made it really pleasant.
I gave it a 7.
Wow.
There was a little bit of disappointment, I have to say. I would agree that the agave is definitely forward.
It's
and
predominant.
You can't you can't miss that.
Yeah, it's very dominant.
I will say hats off in that it is a very clean aroma. There's no, there's no taint. There's no weird, that glycerin
Yeah.
No.
smell. None of that stuff. It's very clean agave, but it lacks kind of the variety. It doesn't have some of these other fruits and flavors and sugars.
There's
and
not a
browns.
bouquet, for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't have a bouquet that I mean, like, I'm not getting
agree
any
with you there.
flower.
But you know what it is though? Is it's there's not a lot of barrel influence.
I will say this is a perfect example of why most of the time in various lines I go for the Blanco
I was
and
about
I
to
go
say
for the
that.
Extra Añejo.
The Blanco of this, I have a feeling you would love.
Right. And I feel like this is, again, I just find it lacking, unfortunately. I mean, it's not bad by any means, but I don't see it standing out from the pack.
Yeah.
Like, we've had some phenomenal reposados.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't go up to that. It doesn't meet that standard.
Okay. Well, let's keep moving, guys, to flavor. I almost said aroma again. I give it a 16.
I give it an 18.
I give it a 15.
So we are clustered. Why'd you go to 18?
I really enjoyed this. It was, I mean, I was getting all kinds of stuff. Again, it is more of the agave influence.
There's like a melon almost in there.
Exactly. There's a melon. I was getting actually attributed more to, a melon cantaloupe-y kind of thing. And then I also got the pepper from that I normally get. So, I mean, I just felt this was really well-rounded.
I got a lot of what you got, but I got almost like a metallic thing that was coating my palate and kind of screwed it up for me.
Yes. Yeah, in fact, that metallic made it bitter.
A little bit.
There was a little
I was going
bit
to say, how does that influence the flavor? Because, that's where I docked it more on body and stuff. So.
Yeah.
No, but bitterness
it messed
is
the
a
flavor up for me a little bit. It messed the flavors up a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like that term, messed it up. Because initially I got the agave, right? And I was like, okay, I'm ready for everything that surrounds that agave. I want all those different little flavors that make that bouquet. It didn't come, and then there's this weird metallic, almost like this little bitterness that came through, and it was like, man, this is like, it's not as great as I would like. It's not unpleasant like the synthetic stuff, for sure. But it was found wanting. I mean, like, it's okay. The agave's good. It's sweet, but man.
All right, guys, let's move on. But before we move on, let's talk about what we're going to be comparing this to for our members in Curiosity Private, which is G4 Reposado. So we're going to be doing a taste-off, which we call our comparisons, between G4 and the Don Fulano for our members only. And we're going to get to that in a little bit. Before we do that, let's get into body. I gave this a 7.
7.
Hey, yeah, we all agree.
Unanimity.
Yeah, decent mouthfeel, but,
Decent mouthfeel.
Decent, yeah.
That's the key word.
Decent.
Yeah.
Not amazing, not bad at all.
Right.
Better than average.
Not off-putting.
It's a 7.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Let's move on then to complexity. I gave it an 8. A lot of flavors coming in here. 8.
Yeah.
I give it a 6. Yeah. This is where I was disappointed, actually.
Is that the bitterness influence?
It's not even the bitterness anymore. It's the lack of variety. I mean, complexity, I want the bouquet, and the bouquet never came.
Well, but
I got a lot of agave, and I got the sweetness.
But that argument...
Beyond that, nope.
You didn't get any of the pepper?
No pepper.
I got
no
the
peppermint.
I got the pepper.
No peppermint, no pepper, no fruits.
I think what the issue, though, is again, we got to talk barrel influence, right? If you're just talking distilled agave flavors, like a Blanco... Like what did you expect from a lighter Reposado?
I will answer you. G4.
Okay, fair enough. We'll get there in a bit, guys. Let's move on to balance. I felt what was there, that metallic thing threw me off a little bit. I ended up at a 7.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking at my score now, and I think I do need to drop it off because I gave it an 8 originally, but I think I'm going to go down to maybe even a 6 because the agave influence is really dominant.
Really?
Yeah, maybe 7. I'll go to 7.
Yeah, while you guys were talking earlier, I went from a 7 to a 6.
So,
7.
I went from a 7 to a 6 because
Denied.
it's like, again, that weird.
I get it though.
That weird thing with a metallic.
It's metallic.
it's very...
Like it's definitely it's drinkable. And I think drinkability is okay. Well, actually, now I'm thinking dropping that too.
Well,
Because
No, it's really
I don't know if I'm going to come back to this now.
I think you would like the Blanco. For what you're getting with this, I think you're
Right, but we're
just more of a
not
Blanco.
reviewing the Blanco.
I know.
Exactly.
You know, that's
You gotta
the thing.
imagine like a Blanco's flavor profile plus a little bit of what that age brings. And I think what it does for you is that age didn't really accentuate it, kind of hindered it. Because what you want is the more crisp expression of most of what we're getting here, which is what is coming from.
Yeah, what I expect in a reposado is like I want to build on a foundation of the Blanco, right?
And this kind of took it in a weird direction.
Yeah, it's not building, it's just kind of this
It's a divot.
I don't know, diversion? I don't know.
I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's keep moving to the finish. I actually really like the finish. I give it a 9.
I give it a 7.
I give it a 7. I give it a 7. I actually thought
It was
the finish
good.
was fine.
It's pleasurable. I don't think it was amazing.
This was one of the best parts of it for me.
You know what I
really
like? I
liked it.
like the agave just lasting for a very
It just
long
sits-
time.
Yeah, it sits
So
and stews.
it sits there. So
If this was poured blind to you and you didn't know it was a repo, I think it's actually better than what you guys are saying.
Again, the justification for not giving it an 8+ is because all I got was agave.
It's lacking, yeah.
Yeah, but again, if you didn't know what this was, if you weren't expecting a repo, I think you would sit to yourself like, wow, that's an awesome finish. Is it a Blanco? Maybe. And it's awesome. Like, I think you guys are tainting your score a little bit because you know it's a repo.
I think we should compare this with Terramana.
Maybe so.
I like taint.
Let's keep moving, guys. Uniqueness. 7.
8.
7.
Kind of because I didn't know what to do with it. I mean, it's
a decent drink, dude.
it's a very
decent sipper, for
better than decent, but it's more like, where does this fit in the world of tequila? To me, it's almost like a very agave.
That's
very
why. So if I
Blanco-
wanted something very agave,
It's a very Blanco repo. If that makes sense.
It makes sense to me. I totally get it. That's why
I don't think so.
What do you
think? Oh, I give it an 8. Sorry. Because also bonus point for the bottle and the name.
I don't know. I
gotta
think
give it for it.
I think it's
Don
good.
Fulano.
So I would say this is good, but I think it can get lost. I think it get lost amongst like the premier premium tequilas.
Yeah, at the $50 price point.
Yeah, I think it still get
you're
lost.
right. I think
It still
you
gets
got a
lost.
point.
Like, are you gonna grab this over again the G4? That's gonna be the question, right?
Good point.
That's
Good
a
point.
great point.
Great point.
Because I might drop a point.
Which kind of brings up something that I was thinking about all through this, which is a margarita. I think this would be amazing in a margarita.
Oh, totally. But I think that's where I find this serviceable, since we've used that term before, because I think I would.
Very utilitarian.
Yeah, because margarita for sure. I don't, and then also a sipper. I can enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit expensive to be talking about
To be a
that,
sipper, yeah,
but
totally.
It's
And
not
as a
crazy. It's not
margarita.
crazy.
I take issue with you using that term serviceable because you gave it a gold.
Right.
Okay.
I didn't.
And no, not you.
Okay.
You gave it a gold, and you're using that term.
Yeah.
I think
So
that's
it's a high-end serviceable tequila.
You know that Jules loves a good gold tequila.
I do.
man.
That was my first introduction to tequila.
Cuervo Gold.
Was gold.
Okay, guys, we have to keep moving.
Okay.
Let's get to drinkability.
I was going to drop down a point though.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, for uniqueness.
Great. So let's get our uniqueness scores, guys.
Okay, unanimity.
That argument
7.
is
Unanimity.
Salvador.
7. Okay, we all agree on uniqueness. Everything we just talked about should have been cut. Let's move on to drinkability. 6.
Really, I give this a 9.
I give it a 7.
I found it really drinkable.
The metallic thing just, I'm
Yes,
not
yeah, I
gonna,
wasn't
agree with
getting
you.
that.
Now
I wasn't getting that.
I'm going to mix this. To me, I am going to mix this to make a really elevated margarita. I'm not going to be sitting here sipping on this one. I like it. It's fine. If I had to sip on something and this was the...
Man, I went from an 8 to a 7.
This was, so here's my logic.
Yeah,
behind it.
here's
This
the
was really drinkable to me. I wasn't getting into the metallic thing. And like the finish was just a medium length where I'm going to keep going back to this, I think. Because it was still enjoyable. I wasn't getting the metallic aspect that you guys were getting. I was getting, again, it was really heavily agave. But I mean, I got like the pepper. I still got some fruit. I got like a peach, like I'd mentioned before. And it was nice. The lingering aspect is agave, like natural agave,
true.
not additive.
I mean, I give it bonus points in every category for that, pretty much. But
all right.
I'll leave it at 7. I think it's drinkable. This is not like off-putting at all.
It's drinkable.
You
I
get the agave, you get the sweetness.
The reason I was at a 6 is because I think if I bought this for my bar at home without thinking about this show,
Yeah.
I would probably mix it more often than I would sip it neat. That's why it was down at a 6.
Got it.
Which is, again, we're scoring this as a
Right, in a
sipping,
vacuum,
as a sipping
sipper,
experience, not as a mixer.
Right.
But in my mind's eye, I am
Especially at that price point, though, it's like you really want to mix this.
It's like a really, if I was going to make
close,
a friend a Cadillac margarita, right? Which I wouldn't make. I would make them a Tommy's margarita, and I would just use this. But like, I think it would make an amazing margarita.
Yeah.
You have a good point. Okay, I'll drop it down to a 6.
I wasn't trying to convince anybody, but okay, cheers, man. Cheers to bringing the score down. I feel bad about that, but Let's move on to our next category. Next. I put a TH in there somewhere, which is aesthetics. I actually really like this bottle. 4.
4.
Look at that. Easy, beautiful.
And that's it. Yeah, I mean, it looks really nice. I like the glass topper.
The
It makes
blue,
it stand
the
out.
blue label. I mean, it just looks classy. Looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Value. I give it a 3.
I give it a 4. But I think I really should put it as a 3.
I agree.
I totally forgot about the price.
This is a 3. This is a 3.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It's not severely overpriced. I mean, the thing is,
It's up there, though.
yeah, but you know what? My problem is that it doesn't have additives, right? That's not my problem. My problem is that there's so many things priced at this price point or higher.
With additives. And that's actually why I gave it originally a
and that's
higher
why
score.
I get the higher score on this. Is like, I want to give it a little bonus because this is a very pure agave tequila. Like this.
If you want pure agave expression, it's like,
if you want agave only,
right, yeah.
and you want
no other
what you want,
this is what
this
you
is
want.
it. This is as pure as you're gonna get.
I agree, and that's why I was a little torn on value. Like, I feel like it should get a little extra credit because it is, no additive, real
But
pure
that
flavors.
price point is
If somebody asked me, how do I taste the agave?
Right, go to here.
Yeah, go to here. But at the same time, the reason it's only a 3 is because I would say, well, grab G4, grab
At that
Fortaleza,
price, yeah.
maybe even grab it like El Tesoro or something like that's more available. Like, I don't know that I would send people on a goose chase for this, wild goose chase for this. Goose chase? Is that a thing?
A wild.
Wow. Okay, guys, let's get our final tally for Don Fulano Reposado. I ended up at a 76.
78.
You know what? Maybe he's like trolling us because Fulano in Cuba is so and so. It's like so and so, and it's so. And I gave it a 68.
And you waited an hour sitting on that little tidbit.
Well, anyway, guys, because of Jules, our final score is actually a silver. That's right. For the Ultimate Spirits competition, Don Fulano
What's the actual score, though?
scores a 70.
Oh, 70.
Just barely a silver.
Okay.
Wow, yeah.
Okay.
Low
Well, now I'm
silver.
kind of curious what, tequila matchmaker community rates this.
Well, you guys can look that up on your own because we're not associated with Tequila Matchmaker in any way. But if you guys do want to see us do a quick head-to-head between this and G4 Repo, which we've been mentioning in this episode, please consider joining Curiosity Private. It's a fantastic way to support our channel and to see cool content like that. Jules?
Party in a G4. Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you like this episode, or a thumbs down. Let us know either way. Subscribe for more videos from Curiosity Public. Hit that bell icon for notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. As Dutch mentioned, Curiosity Private is our membership program on YouTube. Helps our channel out. And we are also selling t-shirts. That's another great way to help us out. It's in the link in the description down below. We have a podcast as well on all the major podcast platforms out there. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious.
Fly like a G4.
What did he say?
I said party in a G4.
Fly like a G4.
It's not a G4, though, in that song, though. That's like some K-pop crap, isn't it?
No.
I think it is.
No, you're insulting because it's actually
Who am I insulting?
P-pop. It's P-pop.
P-pop?
Yeah. Or PA pop. Is it a Filipino American?
I think it's straight up Korean, dude.
Or is it F pop? Forget you said it goes from a PH to an F.
F.
Really? Really?